think Marlborough's all about wine. I've been here in the industry right from the beginning. Climate, soil types, atmosphere. So we get a character of wine that cannot be repeated anywhere else.
Yeah, the reason why I think Marlborough is a great place to beer, or why beer is suited well for Marlborough, well, the water is really important. A lot of brewers will say it's not, but that's the big guy saying that. But the water we have directly that feeds our grapevines is also the same water we use for the brewery, and it's just pure water, good water. We don't have to treat or filter it, and it goes straight into making great beer.
Well, I think wine really brings much more memories. Beer, I think, it's of the moment, and then it's gone. There's no real lasting memory of it.
He does seem to waffle. No worries. I've spent my whole life listening to this.
So after a hard day's work, I think my wine of choice would be a Riesling. Marlborough is particularly suited to Riesling. It does adapt very well into warmer climates, so Marlborough really covers the base for them. I love the wines that are actually a little older. I think I'd probably look for an older Riesling than I would from a young, fresher one.
The beer that I would choose after a hard day's yakka, it would be easy to just reach for a sort of a light lager, but for me, something a little bit endearing is actually a dark lager, and this is from Golden Mile Brewing, Crank Dark Ale. Pours like a lager, but it's actually quite dark in colour, and you get lots of coffee, mocha, chocolate types of character, but it's really crisp and refreshing as well. So after you've been mountain biking, mowing the lawns like Dad does on his lawnmower, ride-on lawnmower I might add, this is something a little bit more sophisticated, and yeah, something very interesting to drink.
Oh, come on, Alan, what were you thinking? You're a farmer just like me after a hard day. Who's going to reach for a Riesling? I'm with Josh on this one. I'm going for a beer, and a second too. Cheers, Josh.
Nice, brilliant. I was going to jump up and get, yes!
Now I know what Jimmy Spittle feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, my best beer that I think to choose with something sweet or dessert is actually one of my favourite beers in the country, actually, or probably in the world. Is actually the Renaissance Tribute Barley Wine. So oddly, it's called a wine when it's actually a beer. That's because it's got really high alcohol and it's quite sweet, so it matches really well with sweet desserts. But it's also got those quite hoppy and malty characters as well. And it's always enjoyed best in a big balloon glass, not only to match with dessert, but also great just to drink by itself.
This is a late harvest or botrytis Riesling from Jackson Estate. I know it's actually a trophy or two winner, so it's actually a very, very, very good wine. The two key things about making sweet wines is to actually get the natural acidity to balance, because if they are too sweet, they're just too sickly. You need that natural acidity, which we get here. The other sort of important ingredient is a really dry, warm climate. And with those Indian summers that we generally get, we do really get those conditions that actually really help.
So when they asked me to do this, I knew it was going to be a difficult one because I'm a sweet girl and I like my sweet sweet and my savoury savoury. So sorry, Josh, but Dad's right with this one. Bottoms up.
That's fair call. My favourite too. Really enjoyed it. I think this is an interesting choice. It's a unique wine. It's actually an Austrian hybrid. So it's got sort of very strong berry characters, blackberries, and then sort of a spiciness to it, cinnamony, peppery type characters. So it's a wonderful, really wonderful wine to go with a good rich steak.
My favourite beer with a steak is Renaissance Stonecutter, which is a Scotch ale. Otherwise known as a wee heavy. Renaissance started a couple of years after Moa, and they have a real focus on traditional English styles. It's got some really great savoury characters, especially if your steak's got a real sort of, thick and heavy chew. This is a really good beer to match with it.
For me, and I think Ellen made a perfect choice, Vigalt. It's got everything you need, good on the nose, good on the palate, lively and acidic, and with a lot of character. I'm all up for it.
Restaurateurs are always biased to wine, aren't they? Always biased.
Well, 2-1, we're not doing too bad. Okay, The wine that I've chosen to be the epitome of Marlborough is the Saracen Estate Sauvignon Blanc. Displays the characters that we think are unique to Marlborough. It covers all the bases, and from sitting in the sunshine to to sophisticated wine tasting. This winery is one of the few biodynamic wineries and getting the best from the land and looking after the land for the next generation, and should be applauded for that.
So the beer that I've chosen that sums up Marlborough is the Moa Original. This is like a unpretentious, easy drinking lager. So it's a beer that anybody can pick up. Having grown up in Marlborough, it's about the hills, the mountain biking, the hiking, the Marlborough Sounds, which is the most amazing piece of the country. And I think that the Moa Original really sums all those up in one.
Well, mate, Josh, you finally did produce something decent to drink out of Marlborough, Moa Original. But I've got to be honest, your dad, he's been around longer, he's wiser, so for me, every day it's got to be Sauvignon Blanc, maybe even twice a day.
Well done.
Good stuff. It was a good contest.
Yeah. I think he worked for Saracen actually.
Did he?
Yeah.
I think we're very lucky because we, get the good place to live, good beer, good wine, good food. Just everything that is attributed to good living is actually in the province here.
I think Marlborough in winter is one of the most stunning places, but the fishing's always better. The light on the hills is amazing. It's one thing opening a bottle of wine in Auckland, but actually you come down to meet the people, to come and taste it, at the actual place it's made. It just gives you that extra appreciation of the product that you taste, in your own city.